Hey guys, today, welcome to Unique. Hi, today we are going to make the amazing caramel popcorn I made for some kind of a fundraiser at my mum's school once. It is pretty delicious. We have a healthier version today. I do like to make things healthier. This one's got a bit of honey in it. It's super delicious. Your kids will love it, your friends will love it, everyone will want to eat it. There'll be no leftovers. So if you ever want to make something for your friends or your family, or you're going somewhere and you want to make something simple and easy, this is the recipe for you. Also, it's gluten free, which is the big thing because I'm going over to my friend Rashine's house tonight and she is gluten intolerant. So stay tuned. Step 1, pop your popcorn. I have a machine here which I use. I wouldn't recommend using the bag type with the butter already added to it. Do the plain popcorn thing, because if you're already adding flavouring, you don't want flavouring on top of flavouring. It's like someone who wears way too much perfume and then also puts a spray-on links or something on top of it. Anyway, let's see this happen. Oh, I've already popped some. I've already popped one tray. I'm going to do another scoop in my Breville popcorn popper thing. This thing can throw popcorn all over the place, but here we go. So at this point I have popped my popcorn. I took it out of that bowl, got all my popcorn and put it into this because it's going to be a lot easier to mix in a flat tray, you'll see soon. And I didn't put any of the unpopped kernels in because it's really freaking annoying getting them out later. I'm going to use this pot here. You're going to want to use a pot that you can lift easily with your wrist because you're going to pour it over that and mix it in. So next we're going to add all our ingredients, which are really super simple and often things you have around the house. So we have 125 grams of butter chopped up. I'm just using the regular stuff. I didn't even use scales for these, I just used the lines on the butter to measure. We've got 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. I'm using caster sugar because it melts quicker, and also I don't actually have normal sugar in the house for some reason, normal white sugar. And then you want 2 tablespoons of honey, which I'm having together from 3 different containers because again, we've run out of honey. You can see I have all my ingredients in there. You're going to want to take the metal spoon out because it'll get real freaking hot once you've mixed everything together. This is difficult when you're holding the camera and trying to cook. I think this is when it would be quite handy to have a small person around to help you out. I think I have made this with my nieces before because, yeah, another little set of hands is actually quite helpful. Righto, put that away. You can see the 2 containers I actually emptied out to get all the damn honey. 2 tablespoons, living with boys, that's what they do. Right, now you're going to want to heat up your element on a medium heat. I guess it's about halfway, right? Yeah. And you just want to let the stuff melt down, really. Separate your squares of butter if you haven't already, like I have. It's going to be a lot easier for them to melt once they're separated. And I mean, if you want to do this quicker as well, have your butter pre-brought to room temperature, I guess. I'm not that prepared, I only thought about doing this about an hour ago. It also helps when you're cooking if your element is the right size for the pot. This is the thing I found out a few years ago. So if your element is too small compared to your pan, like say it was this one under that big pan, obviously you're gonna have heat spots and stuff. It's only gonna cook the things in the middle really well, the things on the outside not very well. So yeah, ideally I guess have a slightly bigger element than your pot if you need to, but I mean try and get the same size. So we want to cook this stirring for about 5 to 7 minutes or until everything's dissolved together. At this point you want to stir it almost constantly just so it doesn't stick and burn to the bottom. Yes, that would be less fun, Alan. You just want to do it until it's dissolved, and then once it's dissolved you're going to let it sit without stirring for 5 to 8 minutes or until it turns golden. I don't think I've ever lasted 5 to 8 minutes, to be honest, because it seems to transform fairly quickly. So yeah, just stir for a while. You'll see when it's dissolved because it won't have all these grainy bits. Like if you pull it up to the side of the pan, you can see there's like grainy bits. That's the sugar, of course. Right, so you can see this is all dissolved now. It's all smooth and not lumpy. That's what you want. You want, see, no grains coming down. I might just add, if you want to add into this recipe some nuts or something, which is apparently a thing. I guess roasted nuts would be nice. The initial recipe I originally started with years ago, which I can no longer find, suggested some pecans. I'd want to pre-toast them and chop them up, and then you'd put them in at the very last stage, which is before you put it into the popcorn. But I'm not doing that because I don't have pecans and I can't be bothered. Also, I just like my caramel popcorn pure. So we're going to let this sit and let it come to the boil. So you can see it's starting to boil. Gonna let that do it. It's going to rise up a little bit, but don't worry. I mean, if it threatens to come out of the pan, just like pat it down a little bit and the bubbles will go down. Yeah, waiting for it to be golden brown now. So you can see it's getting more golden brown. We'll leave this for another 10 seconds or something. It's going to get really brown really quickly at this point. You don't want to leave it too long because it'll burn, which is disgusting. I'm just going to get Alan to hold the camera because this next bit requires 2 hands, and again, like I was saying, it would be quite good to have a small pair of hands here, so it can be quite a good project to do with kids. Of course you want to be careful so that they don't get burnt, because this is hot sugar, and I have done that before. I've burnt myself making fudge, just not fun at all. So yeah, you can see I've got this laid out here in this pan. I've turned that off because you don't want to forget that thing. I'm just going to lift this off. You could probably go a bit longer than this, but to be honest it's not necessary. Anyway, you want to just pour, oh fuck's sake. For me personally, I like to try and pour in a thin stream and mixing at the same time. It's gonna set pretty quickly. Again, small pair of hands would be very handy right now. But I'm just gonna pour it all in there real quick. My popcorn's falling on the element, so it's gonna burn. I'm just gonna flip it up, right. And then you want to mix it. Try not to get popcorn on your element, because it's not good. So yeah, I made 2 batches of popcorn for this. I like it quite mild though, because I like to be able to eat more popcorn, because I'm a big eater. But you might want to just do 1 and have it real thick, although it is a lot easier to, it is a lot harder to separate if you only do minimal popcorn to caramel ratio. But yeah, you can see this is really easy. It's good for parties and things, fundraisers, whatever. You want to show off and look like you've done something while actually not maintaining much effort. This is a great recipe. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to Rasheen's, be like, look, I made some gluten-free goodies for you. And she's going to be like, oh, you're amazing. And then she'll see this video later and realise how much of a fraud I am. And yeah, just mix it till it's all evenly coated. And then, I mean, you can put it in bags. I have done that. You can put it in bags. It's not going to last long after this. I mean, apart from the fact that everyone's going to want to eat it. You know, this kind of sticky stuff doesn't really last that long anyway. So just enjoy it while it lasts. There. And the popcorn's going everywhere. And now Alan's going to try one and tell us what he thinks.
Fucking good.
The best you've ever tasted?
Yes, of course, naturally.
So make some popcorn and try it today. See you guys next time. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave some comments on your opinions of this recipe. Bye!